July 2011 TTC graduation conducted at Yoga Camp, Morin, Quebec, Canada. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Ram Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Ram Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru
Jaya Ganesha chanting, TTC, July 2011.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahima, Shri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Rakshama. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahima, Shri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Rakshama. Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Pahima. Shri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Rakshama. Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Pahima. Subramanya, 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 Rakshama. Jaya Sarasvati, Jaya Sarasvati, Jaya Sarasvati, Pahima. Shri Sarasvati, Shri Sarasvati, Shri Sarasvati, Rakshama. Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Sham. Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om. Datadriya, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Tat Sat. Om Shivaya. Good evening. Bonsoir. Comment ça va? How are you? Why so happy? You know, at the time of Swami Vishnu, you know how long was the TTC? 6 weeks. And then you would start 6 o'clock in the morning, but evening we're still talking about here. Okay? So you complain it's been tough, it's nothing. Okay? Little bit, huh? So I'm supposed to say main what? Main lecture. So about Upanishads tonight, okay? So you have some question. You have some question later on. So, as you can see, it's over. Okay? But it's just the end of the beginning. It's the end of the beginning. Through a very intensive month, you got to know a little bit what this yoga is all about, and also what life is all about. Remember, what makes life worth, real worth, in the end, once you experience everything, is the divinity within every human being. That's the only thing that will never shall let you down. You can experience this and that and up and down, all sorts of things. But the bottom line is, what makes this life worth on this planet, is the divinity within every human being. All the rest comes and goes. That's something to rest. Once you understand that, and you somehow you live your life accordingly, then a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a lot of things that we do not understand will become very, very clear, and also easy to bear. Because today and here, tomorrow and there, and they're here to teach us the lessons. Why on this planet? To learn in every possible way. We're here to learn. And the final learning is to find out the self within ourselves. The self-capitalist. All the rest will come and go. All the rest will come and go. See how fast it is? As I told you before, you blink your eyes once, you begin. You blink twice, it's over. You blink 3 times, life is over. It seems to me the other day I was sitting near this corner, I was in my corner there. I used to translate in French or sometimes in German, sometimes in different languages. And Swami Vishnu, I thought he was going to be here forever. If at that time someone told me, you sit here, you'll be the blah 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 blah, I said you must be crazy. Swami Vishnu said, we'll be here forever. And it's gone. I'll be gone, you'll be gone. But what makes worthwhile is to find the divinity within ourselves. That is, in the end, is the most important thing. When everything is said and done, it's the only things that never let us down. It's the only thing is really worthwhile. So, you're going out tomorrow, and you will somehow experience the sense of freedom. It's not freedom. It's not freedom, believe me. It's the tremendous amount of prana, tremendous amount of energy that you've been accumulating here in 4 weeks. It gives an idea what yoga can do for you. Imagine if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15, 20, 30 years of your life. How much yoga will do for you? How much more strength and energy and willpower and concentration you shall have to achieve what you want to achieve. You have a little minor miracle. You're not the same person that came here on the first day. You're a totally completely different person. With new horizons, with new understanding, with new awareness, and also with a new knowledge and a new tools to make your life, and maybe if you're going to teach, someone else's lives worthwhile. That's important, but try to remain a practitioner. The world today is full of preachers. Everybody wants to preach. Everybody wants to preach. And nobody listens, of course. But nobody wants to practice, and that's the problem. Nobody wants to practice. So do a little bit. It's not so much the quantity. Of course, when you're here, you are somehow in an ideal place, doing ideal practice with people that share the same philosophy of life. When you go outside, you might be alone. Okay? But what is more important is sustaining throughout the difficulties is your sadhana, your yoga. Sometimes, don't start to change and do this yoga really to make a fast bucks. You're already gone. Stick to some Sivananda used to say. Listen to all. Listen to all. Keep your mind open, mentioned in the beginning. But follow one. Don't start doing this yoga, that yoga, that yoga. Believe me, experience. You'll be wiped out from the sky like the summer clouds. You'll be wiped out from the sky like the summer cloud. Stick to what you know and stick to practice. Every day, a little bit. Not so much, but a little bit, and every day. That will give you a tremendous amount of concentration, tremendous amount of awareness, and tremendous amount of improvement in knowledge about yourself, people, and life. That's not great secret in yoga. It's only your own practice. It's only your own practice. The daily practice that makes or mar our lives. Now you have certain knowledge, but with knowledge, also remember, comes responsibility. Responsibility to yourself, to your family, to your people, to your country. And if you practice every day, people, they won't look at you how good looking you are, how pretty you are, or what you got in your own guts. And only you can put it there to the daily practice. If you have it, you'll be successful. If you don't have it, doesn't matter who you look good, how much you know, people will not come to you. They need something else from you. They need your spirituality. They need your compassion. They need your understanding. They need your own love. If you don't have it, it's very difficult to share. But if you practice every day, if you put a little bit of effort, and I know sometimes it's very difficult because of this and that, but that's when you develop your willpower. How do you develop your willpower? And especially doing things that you do not like to do. That's the willpower comes out. Because if you do like things that you like to do, that's easy. But you never become and grow strong. The moment that something, life brings you something you don't like, you'll be again wiped out. The important, the secret thing is, once in a while, do things that you do not like to do, and do it well. And you know what's happened? If you do it well, after a while you like to do it. after a while, things you don't like, you start to like them very much. Because your willpower develops, you become stronger, you understand better, etc., etc. So, not to make a long story, short and sweet, practice, 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 practice. And share. If you have some friends that you made, some friends on this TTC, come back, we try to have reunions every year. So you meet new people, all TTC, but from different countries, different TTC from different countries. We have, now it is actually tomorrow it's going to be in Italy, after that it's going to be in Thailand, after that it's going to be in India, that's from our side, they have it in Europe, they have it in the Bahamas, they have it everywhere in the world. Okay? So it's a big family out there. And you can join them, you can join through the email, you can join through all sorts of ways to do it. And keep a network, help each other, understand each other, love each other, and then you grow. And grow in peace and understanding, which is the most important thing in life. With this I conclude. I wish all the best. Very sorry if sometimes we hurt you or hurt your feelings, so we did not come up to your expectations. But we are very simple yogis, poor people, not so much brainy. So we did our level best to somehow transmit you the same knowledge as Swami Vishnu and to Swami Vishnu, Swami Sivananda, and to all of us and to us to you. So again, all the best then, and I hope to meet you, some of you, sometime somewhere in this beautiful planet. Om Shivaya. Now we'll hear the final words, Riya final words, okay? Listen carefully, it's very important. But the very voice of Swami Sivananda. Okay? When the Shishya, or the students, leave the ashram to enter in so-called real life, the Guru gives the last advice. Okay? Generally is from the Taittiriya Upanishads. Okay? There is a special ceremony when the Shishya leaves the ashram, leaves the Guru. Okay? But this ceremony is being condensed in the very words of Swami Sivananda. It's been recorded 670 years ago, but it seems it's being taught at this very moment.
Practical way to self-realization. Whenever you want to self, thou art divine, you are peak. Feel and realize thy divine nature. Thou art the master of your destiny. Do not be discouraged when sorrows, difficulties and tribulations manifest in the daily battle of life. Draw courage and spiritual strength from within. There is a vast and inexhaustible magazine of power and knowledge within. Learn the ways to tap the source. Dive deep within. Sink down. Plunge in the sacred waters of immortality. Behold it remaining within. You will be quite refreshed, renovated and beautified when you go to the divine source and realize I am the immortal self or Atman. Understand the laws of the universe. Move tactfully in this world. Learn the secrets of nature. Try to know the best ways to control the mind. Conquer this mind. Conquest of mind is really conquest of nature and the world. Conquest of mind will enable you to go to the source of soul power, and you can then realize I am immortal self or Atman. Do not murmur. Do not grumble when troubles and sorrows descend upon you. Every difficulty is an opportunity for you to develop your will and to grow strong. Welcome it. Difficulties strengthen your will, augment your power and endurance, and turn your mind towards God. Face them with a smile. In your weakness lies your real strength. Thou art invincible, nothing can harm you. Conquer the difficulties one by one. This is the beginning of a new life, a life of expansion, glory and divine splendor. Aspire and grow, expand. and with all positive virtuous qualities, the Devi Sampati, namely fortitude, patience and courage that are dormant in you. Start a new life, tread the spiritual path and realize I am the immortal self or Atman. Having you make the vision, arm yourself with discrimination, cheerfulness, discernment, alacrity and understanding spirit. A glorious, brilliant future is inviting you. Let the past be buried. You can work miracles. You can do wonders. Do not give up hope. You can destroy the harmful effects of unfavorable planets through your will force. You can command the elements and the nature. You can utilize the effect of evil influences and the antagonistic dark forces that may operate against you. You can change the unfavorable circumstances into best possible ones. You can nullify destiny. Many have done this. You can also do so. Accept. Recognize, claim thy birthright now. Thou art immortal self or Atman. Determination and self-reliance are very necessary for success in self-realization. In Mundaka Upanishads you will find this Atman cannot be obtained by one who is destitute of strength or without earnestness or by penance without mark. But if a wise man strives after it, by those means then self enters into Brahma. Fearlessness is an important qualification for an aspirant. One should be prepared to renounce this life at any moment. Without renunciation of this little sensual life, the eternal spiritual life cannot be attained. Abhayam comes first in Devi Sampati, divine qualities that are enumerated in the Gita.
So now you heard few words of encouragement. The Swami Sivananda. They used to say, every failure is a stepping stone into success. Never despair. Okay? So if you want to make a mission statement of your life, you can say, never despair. Every failure is a stepping stone to success. In the failure, it's our strength. Okay? So step by step, then all of us, remember, it's our own birthright. You can be self-realized. Not necessarily in this life, but one day for sure. And that is the most important thing. Yeah? So now, let's invite Prahlad. For people to stay, wants to join staff of organization, etc. So Prahlad will share his thoughts with us. Okay?
Om Namah Shivaya. How is everyone today? We are happy to inform you that you are all passed. Congratulations. As we were saying, Swamiji's mission, it requires a lot of karma yogis, and some of you, if you are scared to go into the outside world, you can stay with us. Not just here, but we have the ashrams in India, Japan, Thailand, Italy, all the places that Swamiji in charge. But if not, you can go to any other ashrams within the organization. But as I was telling all through the course, it's important for you to come back every now and then to recharge yourself. Okay? You finish the teacher training course. Of course, you can go back and teach. Then later on, you can come for TTC, or every year you can come for sadhana intensive. But the best way is that if you join a staff, you learn the concept of karma yoga, and that just gives tremendous amount of happiness which you cannot find in the outside world. Okay, so we'd like to invite you for that, and there is a procedure for that. So you can always contact any of the ashrams or center offices, and they let you know. Okay, so but we strongly encourage that you think about it. Okay, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah. If you are all happy with the course, first we thank some. teachers, they come and do the job, but you have assistant teachers, they do more work, but they don't get enough recognition. Please give a big hand for all the assistant teachers. Then this year we had a wonderful set of translators. Please give them a big hand. As you know, this ashram is not paying anyone. There is no paid employees. Everybody is karma yogis here. So I'd like to just call upon, each department and each person. So if you can just acknowledge this and give a thanks, that will be really helpful. So first we start with our guide here, and who, everything you see us in front, but he's always guiding us. Our Acharya, Swami Mahadevanji, please give him a big hand. And we have another Swami here with a powerful voice to chant, Swami Ambikanandji. Swamiji is in charge of many places and he has a lot of work, and in order for him to work, there are a few people are helping behind the scenes which you don't see them. One is Annapurna. Annapurna is Swamiji's secretary. I don't know where she is, but we can give her a big hand. This is still not doing some correspondence, okay? And also Chandrika, she takes good care of Swamiji. It's not easy to take care of him, but Swamiji will do. We have few people in the office, nobody wants to be in the office, basically. It's a tough place to be, but they are doing a job that keeps us all the time on schedule and etc. So one is Lalitambika. Some of them they are still working for you still, okay, so in the offices, okay. Then we have Janaki and Madhava, this tall guy, and the media people, so they are wonderful. Then we have Geeta, who is behind. She was also teaching you, but she works in the office also. Then they are not only office people, they also do the guest program. One is Radha. Radha comes from Chicago. She is the oldest disciple of Sivananda. I hope you enjoyed the boutique this year. Is that good? Yeah. Ishwari. Ishwari is the boutique here. I know our health hut is very famous. I'm just scared to go there because I'm addicted to the root beer. Okay, Sita is in the health hut. Okay, and ever smiling Gauri is also in the health hut. Gauri. Then we have Nirmala for a while in the health hut. Nirmala is there, a big hand. Nirmala. We have an accounts department here, which is led by Uma and Sita. They are in the back there. Uma and Sita, please give them a big hand. Then this year we had a wonderful team on the reception, and they did a very, very good job. As you can see, all the time they're smiling and they're putting a lot of energy there. So that was led by Karuna, Surya. And we had also Yamuna and Niranjana there. Yamuna and Niranjana. Then these little girls, they grew up in the ashram, now they are running the reception. Satya and Geeta. Ashram is very clean, isn't it? Okay, all the credit goes to the housekeeping. They are always working very hard. We have one relentless yogi leading them, Anjali. Joined by Kalyani, Yamuna and Chinmayi, they did a wonderful job. As you know, we have a lot of special guests coming and going, and we need somebody to take care of them. We had what you call a double dip kind of thing. We had Shanti and Shanti taking care of them. Please give them a big hand. You like all the gardens, isn't it? Yeah, so that was taken care by Swami Ambikananda, Kamalakshi and Keshava. But you don't see much, but it is a wonderful job there. Now we got the important place in the ashram, kitchen. Without them we cannot survive here. So I'm coming here. So I have an order from here. Okay. Okay. So we had one old man here, Mr. Ben. Nice and Ben. He was not here. He was doing like our kitchen and kids camp kitchen. It was not easy, but at his age now, I don't know how he does it. He does a wonderful job there, keeping everything. So then we had the morning kitchen. Morning food was excellent. That was done by Murali, Latika, Johanna, and Kiara. And of course, evening kitchen. I think you had a lot of variety of Indian food. That is Niti, Jyoti, Akiko, and Vidya. So we have a crew of maintenance crew that they keep the ashram keep going. So we had Ishwara, Vyasa, Jnanadev, Sriram, Jeremy, Maitreya, Gopala. Gopala is here. He does also a lot of work on the YouTube. Then we had Brooke, Tara, Gopi, and ST also appear from outside. Please give them a big hand. Our maintenance crew. We had also the Ayurveda clinic. This is run by Dr. Sonal here. Geeta and Krishna, they are doing the massages. Then we had some people that they are not here, but they have been quite helpful all through the month. That was Shambhu, Mohini, Sukadev, Ramdas, and Mahadev. They come from outside, but you might have seen them here. Right? Then, if you go to the temple, there are two priests there, Harisha and Krishna Nambudri. They have been helped by Gopala, Balu, and Shanti. Then we have Swami Gayatri, Jiva, Mr. and Mrs. Jiva there. And also we have a crew of people that are cleaning the temple and maintaining, Sharada Devi and Ohana. They are here. We have quite few special people here. I don't know whether some of you noticed. We have Father John Rosner, who is very close to Swami vishnu-devananda. He is here in ashram with Sister Leona. Okay, and also we have Kanti's mother Karuna and Chandra here also. And also we have Tripti and you. These are all the special guests. Okay, so please give them a big hand. So now, as we said, like we all passed, you'll be receiving something now. We're going to the next part, which is called the graduation. And I'll just read the certificate that is here, and then I tell you what you will be receiving. But we'll explain to you how you should come up and how you should. Sivananda Yoga Vedanta Center, headquarters, 8th Avenue, Morin, Quebec, J0T2R0, Canada. Founder, Swami vishnu-devananda. Whereas, by the grace of God, the title, Yoga Siromani. You're all Yoga Siromani now. The teacher of yoga has been awarded to Mr. So-and-so for training rendered and meritorious services rendered in the field of propagation of yoga. We make this award in token of such recognition with a prayer to the Almighty to bless the recipient hereof with health, long life, peace, prosperity, and spiritual enlightenment. Issued at Morin, Canada, on this 30th day of July in the year 2011, signed by two executive board members. And this present diploma what I am holding, the number says 27,881. So we evaluated your papers, everything we went carefully. That's why we had to call like 3 or 4 people to do the oral exam before we concluded. You just might want to know like how you did the exam. So in the back of the certificate, Swamiji made us write with pencil so that you can erase it afterwards if you don't like it. So it says excellent, very good, good, so on. Okay, so you do have your grading. But what we would like to say is that we spent enough time going through every paper very carefully. We just did not take the paper and give you the certificate. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so you will be receiving a package. That package contains, I'll tell you what it contains. I don't know myself, but I'll let you know. First one is this beautiful group photo. Everybody get a copy of it, okay? Then you are going to receive the newest yoga life. In this yoga life, you have all the addresses of centers around the globe, okay? And of course, you have a lot of upcoming courses information and everything, so please give it to your friends and family, but you should read. There are beautiful articles about Swamiji and other acharyas that they wrote the articles here. Okay, so. Then you have a sheet of paper with all the, it's actually a sheet of paper with all your addresses and email addresses of this present course. Okay? Okay, so there should be 2 sheets. I have only one. Okay, I just want to tell something. These addresses are for you to communicate with each other. Don't put it on internet, okay? And don't publish it, okay? So yeah. Okay, so what we do now, we'll be calling your name.
It's a nice photograph of Swami Sivananda, which is very apt at the moment. It says, never worry about what other people say or think. With the right, have a clear conscience and roam about happy. It is very important. It takes tremendous amount of strength to be able to go against the old impressions, the old samskaras, and try to see people and life in a different way. The most important thing is people judge your actions. We call it naturals. Few wise people judge the intentions. Try to find out what your intentions are. If your intentions are good, it doesn't matter what people say and talk about you. But remember, you have to make sure that your intentions are good. And then, Swami Sivananda says, have a clear conscience and roam about happy. It is very, very important. Don't live for the other people. Don't be afraid of criticism. Don't be afraid of what people are going to say and talk. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Even, complain about Jesus or Krishna or Rama, okay, and they wear avatars. Okay. So none of us is an avatar. But if our intentions are good, my mother was the only lady to me, used to say, tap, 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 push it behind and keep on going. So do the same thing. Make sure your intentions are good. All the rest as needed. Swami Sivananda used to say, Nityam Karas, okay, that is daily practitioners, okay. Now, what is the use of Mother Air, deer skin, and kamandalu of foods? Okay, so it's a warning, probably, modern warning to all of us, yogis, swamis, yoga practitioners. Don't go around and say we are the elected people, we are the good people, look at us, blah, 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 blah. It would be a very serious mistake. Okay? Remain simple, remain humble. It's the most important thing. Swami Sivananda says, what is the use of mutton air? That we put the air all around here. Deer skin, kamandalu, it's a waterland. Woe unto you, O hypocrites! Within you there is a dirt of trishna, or cravings. There is much unclean linen. There is a striking filth of pride, greed, jealousy, hatred, and the weaknesses. You simply put on the appearance of a saintliness to cheat people. In cheating them, you cheat yourself. Be really clean and saintly within. So again, remember, don't try to impress people. Swami Vishnu, he always was against such an image. Okay? the last part of his life, at one point, he went to the Himalayas for quite a number of times. And of course up there, we had no blades or anything. So he came back here, I remember, with a long hair and a long beard, and coming from the Himalayas. So people would know you, he's, oh my God, that's a real Swami, look at that, da 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 da. The next day, he was completely shaved. He realized immediately, like, we have the idea if someone comes from India, has a long hair, long beard, and a turban, and this and that and that and that and that. He said, you get mesmerized for nothing. Don't do that. So next morning, he was clean shaven to remind us, don't play the role of a great teacher, don't play the role of a great yogi, a great Mahatma, don't start to become a guru. Okay? If someone calls you guru, and you want to be a guru, you're cursing yourself. It's one of the worst curse that you can do in life. To be a guru means you have to take everybody else's aggravation and be able to bear it all the time. And if you want to curse someone, tell them become a guru. Okay? And unless you're a fool, then you call yourself a guru. Don't play any Mahatma, being a great Mahatma, don't do that. Let's remain simple, remain humble. Tell the truth, and that's about it. Okay? All the rest has no importance. Okay? If you want to put up a show off, today you can succeed. But then you have to put up 365 days of your life, it's rather difficult. Then someone will, point it out and it will be a flop. So don't do that. If you remain yourself, teach whatever you can, but most of all practice. You can convince people through your practice, not through what you say. I've been in the yoga and the ashram and the yogis, it's all baloney. Just think of yourself through your own practice, give good example, and let the hand of God help you out. That's all we have to do. Huh? All the best again to all of you. Namah Shivaya.
Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Suyamim Pushtivartanam Purvarunavandanam Vicho Mushiyamamritat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Suyamim Pushtivartanam Purvarunavandanam Vicho Mushiyamamritat Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantirpakam Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashitu Rabhapare Asato Ma Satkamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mricho Ma Mritangamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Peace Peace Peace.
Adorable Lord and mercy and love, salutations and prostrations of
הודי הנערץ ברחמים ואהבה, אנו מקדמים ומשתחווים לפניך. אתה הווה בכל, כל יכול ויודע כל. אתה הוא סצ'ידננדה, אתה הוא קיום דעת ונועם מוחלט. אתה הוא זה השוכן בלב כל. הענק לנו לב מבין, ראייה שווה, הכרה מאוזנת, אמונה, דבקות וחוכמה. הענק לנו כוח רוחני פנימי לעמוד בפני הפיתויים ולשלוט בהכרה. שחררנו מהנוחיות, אהבת בצע, כעס, חמדנות, שנאה וקנאה. מלא את ליבנו במידות אלוהיות. אפשר לנו לראותך בכל השמות והצורות הללו. אפשר לנו לשרתך בכל השמות והצורות הללו. אפשר לנו לזכרך לעולם ועד. אפשר לנו לזמר תהילותיך לעולם ועד. אפשר לנו לשאת את שמך על שפתותינו לעולם ועד. אפשר לנו לשכון בתוכך לעולם ועד. Ambola Sadguru Sivananda Maharaj ki Jai. Ambola Shri Vishnu-devananda Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai
All right. So let's get started. So we'll start with Gopala here. He's going to sing for us. Oh, he's going to tell a story. Okay, so let's give a big hand to Gopala.
Although Shivaya, and I'd like to thank all of you, the TTC of 2011, that you allowed us into your life. Thank you. And so I have a small story about Swami Vishnu. So my teacher went up, he was an Indian man, and he went to go see Swami Vishnu and give his pranams and this and that. So he walks towards Swami Vishnu. And his wife was about 5-6 feet behind him. And they're walking up to see Swami Vishnu, and Swami Vishnu could be very direct. And he said to Bharat, he said, what are you looking at me for? Your guru's back there. And he pointed to his wife. So after that was over, his wife wanted to know what Swami Vishnu said. What did he say? What did he say? Never mind. Then on the way home, she said, what did he say to you? Never mind. So that went on for a couple of days, and then it bothered him so much, he talked to her and he said, you are my guru, and I have to do everything that you want. And from that day forward, it was a perfect marriage. They had a yoga center for 38 years, and he taught classes 3 times a week for 35 years. And if you wear spandex, the real stretchy stuff, that's his patent, it's his invention. The person that came out of here, Bharat, has 20 patents, inventions of fibers, of fabric. And if you ever wear spandex, you think about this place. That's where it came from. He challenged Master Sivananda. He said, if you are who you say you are, I need help with this project. Help me. So he was in his office. He walked here, he walked there, he walked there. Out of the 20 patents he had, 5 of them came within 3 or 4 hours of that day. And the last patent he had was spandex. So next time you put the stretchy stuff on, think of this place. Okay. I'm going to sing a little song, and it's very old, and it's of protection of your gurus and your teachers. So I'd like to offer all this to you. And it's from the Vaishnava tradition, and everybody in India does it, and you sing it the rest of your life to protect your teacher. Namaste Narashringaya, Namaste Narashringaya, Galada Lada Dayani, Galada Lada Dayani, Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha, Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha, Shiladankana Kalai, Shiladankana Kalai, Itona Shringa Padatona Shringa, Yako Yato Yamitatona Shringa, Bahir Shringa Hidayena Shringa, Shringa Madim Saranam Papari, Kava 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 Lavare Nakam Aduta Shringa, Dalita Hiranakashipu, Dalu Ring Ram, Keshavadita Narahare Rupa, Jaya Jagadish Hare, 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 Jaya Jagadish Hare. Yogalo Sadguru Sivananda Maharaj ki, Swami vishnu-devananda Maharaj ki, TTC July 2011 Yoga Camp ki, Hariya Tatsa.
I think you really need
need a good guru. So I present, I guess you remember me. I'm the great master Yogi Dudin. And this is my karma yogi, Cutie Dudini. That is here to take care of all my needs.
Sugami po Sivananda Urvaruka Vivavandana Om Trayambaka Yajamahe Sugami po Sivananda Urvaruka Vivavandana Mrityunjamamrita 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 Mrityunjamamrita. Sugandi poshti vardana Urvaruka Vivavandana Mrityunjamamrita Mrityunjamamrita Mrityunjamamrita
The next act, I will invite Parvati to come on stage. Please, a good hand to Parvati.
Well, today we're going to be performing with, I'm going to be performing with Venu and David. Yeah, so hope you enjoy.
ashram. And I'm like, what do should I draw them all little pictures? Because I like to doodle. And I wanted to give everyone something, but then that's a lot of drawing. So I was like, I will share from a place that's like my heart, so it's through music. So I want to share this song with you, and I like what you said about not trying to impress, and this is just me, just sharing, so, yeah.
You are awesome.
With every shift of frequency molding,